Okay, business leaders, are you here to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one convenient suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your finance, your HR, your e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. Upgrade your playbook and make the switch to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/tech. netsuite.com/tech.
On today's Smart 7, Labour criticised over local election delay, Trump's team tried to walk back Gaza plan and much more. It's Thursday 6th of February, it's Chopsticks Day, and happy birthday, Rick Astley.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Donald Trump's sudden proposal to have US troops take over Gaza didn't get the reaction the US president might have hoped for on Wednesday. The plan, which seemed to involve removing the Palestinian population and building what Trump called a Riviera of the Middle East, drew condemnation from almost all sides. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warned against any form of ethnic cleansing in Gaza, and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer called for a more compassionate approach.
They must be allowed home. They must be allowed to rebuild, and we should be with them in that rebuild on the way to a two-state solution.
Even Trump's own press secretary and Secretary of State Marco Rubio seemed to be trying to walk back the plan, with Rubio describing a generous move that wasn't meant to be hostile. Hussam Zomlot, Palestinian ambassador to the UK, was keen that this government move more quickly to support the people of Gaza.
We need action, and the UK has a lot up its sleeves. We need the recognition of the state of Palestine immediately. We need sanctions. There is the issue of arms embargo. We need actions now.
Labour's attempts to follow through on an election promise ran into trouble on Wednesday as Deputy Prime Minister and Communities Secretary Angela Rayner announced that elections for 9 councils would be delayed. The delay is to allow for a devolution process to get underway as part of Labour's campaign promise to give more power back to local communities. Local elections were scheduled to go ahead in May, but in those 9 areas could be delayed until at least 2026.
After careful consideration, I have only agreed to postpone elections in places where this is central to our manifesto promise to deliver devolution.
The process will see 6 new locally elected mayors, but the Electoral Commission Chief Executive Vijay Rangarajan warned that a year is too long a delay for elections. Reform aren't impressed either, as they are currently riding high in the polls and would hope to capitalise by winning more seats this spring. Deputy Leader Richard Tice hadn't read the memo about devolution.
Dictators cancel elections, not democracy. 5.5 million voters are being denied the right to pass judgment on the performance of their councillors over the last 4 years.
Donald Trump's executive order merry-go-round continued on Wednesday as he focused on trans people in sport. It's part of a consistent campaign from the White House to dismantle equality and diversity, with a particular focus on the trans community. The latest executive order was entitled Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports, and Trump spoke in front of a crowd of women and girls as he pledged to stop what he described as watching men beat and batter female athletes. He's also ordered the new Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem to block visa applications from trans athletes and says Marco Rubio will insist on rule changes for the LA Olympics.
America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything having to do with the Olympics and having to do with this absolutely ridiculous subject that we even have to talk about this subject. If you went back 10 years or 15 years and you would move forward and listen to this, you'd say, what the hell are they talking about? This is impossible.
The NHS released a report on Wednesday following an investigation into the care that Valdo Caldacane received before he killed 3 people in a violent rampage in Nottingham. The brutal killings in 2023 came after Caldacane had been sectioned 4 times and found that he'd refused to take slow-release antipsychotic medication that had been prescribed for him because he was afraid of needles. The families of the victims have been pushing for a full public inquiry, and speaking at a press conference on Wednesday, Dr. Sanjoy Kumar, father of victim Grace O'Malley Kumar, says the report also raises serious legal questions over the hospital order imposed by a court.
He did not have treatment-resistant paranoid schizophrenia. So if that was the basis of what the sentences were passed on, we can't understand why that basis wouldn't be challenged and even looked at by someone like Lord Justice Turner, who ultimately passed that sentence.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Arsenal come up short in the Carabao Cup and Kay Burley has breaking news right after this.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Welcome back. Wednesday night saw the first of the second legs of the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Arsenal headed to Newcastle, 2 goals down from the first leg and hoping for a miracle. Newcastle were certainly motivated as they haven't won a major trophy since the FA Cup in 1955, although they did reach the Carabao Cup final 2 years ago. Arsenal started brightly but couldn't break Newcastle down, and the game finished with another 2-0 win for Eddie Howe's side. That sees them through to the final on a 4-0 aggregate score. The Newcastle manager says he changed the game plan after watching Arsenal's win over Man City, and it paid off.
We do mould and tweak things depending on the opposition, and you can see today there was a lot of change in our performance, but we felt we needed more height in the team, so we felt we had to change in order to win the game. Yeah, and it came off today.
Wednesday saw Sky News celebrate 36 years of rolling news, but there was a surprise for viewers as seemingly out of the blue, Kay Burley announced her retirement. She's been on air since 1989 and on The Breakfast Show since 2019, but has decided the time is right to hang up her scalpel and do something else. She's covered almost every major news event from the death of Princess Diana to 9/11 to 12 general elections, and now she plans to spend more time travelling, apparently. As she signed off, it turned out she's been keeping a close eye on the time too.
After over 1 million minutes of live TV news, more than anyone else in the world, it's time for me to indulge in some of my other passions, including my love for travel. So, after covering 12 separate general elections, I'm retiring from Sky News. Let politicians of every party just rejoice at that news.
We're about to get the 7th Jurassic Park movie because the world just can't get enough of those sweet little dinosaurs. The new movie is a sequel to 2022's Jurassic World Dominion, and it's called Jurassic World Rebirth. There's a brand new cast including Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey, and it's directed by Rogue One's Gareth Edwards. The plot centres around dinosaur DNA and a miracle cure, and an abandoned island lab full of mutated dinosaurs. Grab the popcorn, it hits cinemas in July.
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my God.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less. More or less?
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text the long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever.